On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Majority of men don't get sex on a regular basis. It's not
At
easy
all.
for them to get.
Okay.
And so
I
it's
don't know
a
what
small
men you
percentage.
talk to, but I know
It's not.
men that's around me, they be getting the cheeks.
Well,
They
because
be
you
getting-
only see a small percentage of men.
So Pearl, can I ask you something? So, okay, you know how a lot of people use social media and different dating apps and stuff to date people, right? And some of these people, you never talk to them on the phone, or you're just texting. Like, is it bad to like kind of talk to multiple people or have a roster when you're on social media and have a dating app?
I mean, are you dating someone?
Oh, I wasn't talking about me personally. I was just asking, just a question.
Okay, so, I mean, I think if you're dating someone, you should focus on them, and if it doesn't work out, then find someone else.
How does that work for you, Pearly? Are you actively dating?
I keep my dating life off of the internet.
What makes y'all think that y'all that relevant in our minds?
So you mixed two things. You said that a woman who has trauma, unhealed trauma, so she's walking around already broken. At that point, it doesn't matter if she's dating multiple men. That man has to have the discernment to say this woman is not a woman that needs to be in a relationship. So that's two things in one that you're kind of like putting up.
No, but what you don't understand is that most of the time you don't know that you broken. You think that you just go and that you weighing your options, but you don't know that you broken, A, and B, just because he fucking you don't mean that he necessarily looking to marry you.
But that's assuming that women are out here having sex. And I'm not saying that it's not women out here that's not doing that. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm saying that it is smart to keep your legs closed. And in today's dating world in 2022 with these type of men, they may not be like you. They may not be like you. So therefore, these men in 2022, you need to expand your options, or you're going to be walking around heartbroken, not the men.
If you are trying to talk to a dude that is winning, go ahead, Pearl.
It's not the men in 2022. It's the men you pick. 1 out of 3 men are either virgins or
I don't pick them. They come to me, and there's attraction.
You are what you. Hey, let me finish. Let me finish. You gotta let me finish.
You jumped in between a conversation.
One in 3 men are either virgins or they haven't had sex in the past year. So there's a plethora of men that will be faithful to you and won't play these games. They're just not the men you want.
Women aren't going to be attracted to that in mass ever.
No, I understand that, but it's like you are what you attract. Like, so you can't generalize all of men.
You not are what you attract. You are what you put up with. Thank you. If you're beautiful, you'll attract all types of men.
But why would you? But wait. But
character is like a magnet.
I just got one question. Why would you want to attract all types of men when you only got to get it right once?
I didn't say you have to. I said that if you're beautiful, you're going to attract all types of men.
No.
It's what guys put up with.
Why do you think that why do you think that they would attract themselves to you if you're beautiful? My point is the person that you marry has to be the substance has to be much greater than skin deep. What we're looking to marry, which is why I say you got to get it right once, is not based off of whatever it is that you think that you're putting on your face. It don't have nothing to do with beauty per se alone. That's not the primary reason why we decide to marry you. Your beauty is not going to be the determining factor for whether or not I want you to have my kid.
Thanks. Hey, Anton, I got Phil Jackson on the phone right now. Hey, Phil, how many people you had in your rotation to run the triangle offense? Only 7? B. Teller, the great Phil Jackson only had 7 people in his rotation to run the triangle offense. So even he said that's too many, man. And he's a man that coached a football team. Shout out to Coach K.
But I never gave a number.
But if you telling me that you saying you want to rotate them, the thing is you're not looking at. Look, if I was to date you and I was to find out that you got all the, you know what? If you got 2 in rotation, you know what I'm gonna do? How do you think I'm gonna take you serious, man? Do you think I'm gonna take you serious when I know You got another man in the rotation. Waiting on me to fail.
If a man wants me to drop my rotation, take me serious.
Well, I mean, he's dealing with you, so I mean,
no, that doesn't mean anything. He can have ill intentions.
Y'all not having sex, right?
No, I'm saying he can have ill intentions. So that does not mean just because he's giving me attention, it's pure intentions to marry me. And so I'm not a psychic. Like
hold on, one minute. Hey, Bill Belichick is on the phone right now, and he said he run his defense, and he only have a 11-man rotation, and it got to be 12 people. Look, ma'am, nobody have rotations like that, especially a woman. If you're trying to compare yourself to a man in any kind of capacity,
I never try to compare myself to a man.
Well, you are.
But I'm not.
You don't have rotations, ma'am.
I think that men just have a lot of pride and ego to think that how dare she not be all over me.
All right, let me see if I can slide.
I'm sorry, Anton. How many people is enough for like a roster? Like how many? Like talking about like 2, talking about 3, 4.
It depends on the woman. Like if you have a guy that's like on standby, kind of you never went on a date with him. He may just compliment you from time to time, or you may have given your number to him. Then you have your main guy that's you're actually really pursuing. Then you have a guy that probably took you out on a date, but you're not really talking to him every day. It's just kind of like, oh, hey, what's up? How are you? Like, it's nothing like where I'm going on dates every weekend with different dudes of the week. Like, that's not what a roster. That's why I'm not trying to compare myself to men, because I'm not going to move like a man. Move like a man.
All right, so
but it's like, you're taking attention from guys. So you're kind of using other guys for attention.
Men use women all the time. That's
why is this a let's point the fingers?
No, it's a balance, right? It's a balance. It's not a point of finger. It's calling out facts, right?
And some men do. The majority of men don't get to use women. The majority of men don't get sex on a regular basis. It's not easy for them to get.
Okay.
And so
I
it's
don't know what
small
men you
percentage,
talk to, but I know men that's around me, they be getting the cheeks.
Well, because you only see a small percentage of men.
So Pearl, can I ask you something? So, okay, you know how a lot of people use social media and different dating apps and stuff to date people, right? And some of these people, you never talk to them on the phone, or you're just texting. Like, is it bad to like kind of talk to multiple people or have a roster when you're on social media and have a dating app?
I mean, are you dating someone?
Oh, I wasn't talking about me personally. I was just asking, just a question.
Okay, so, I mean, I think if you're dating someone, you should focus on them. And if it doesn't work out, then find someone else.
How does that work for you, Pearly? Are you actively dating?
I keep my dating life off of the internet.